Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour.
Joy!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Elise making good progress on the right-hand side. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Saliba. And it's Doué. And he's forced to go back. Nicely weighted ball. So we're still where we started right now. Oh, superb. And the shot! Goal! France! And France are in front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Dembele. Oh, that's nice. He's in a great position here. Now it's Isak. There will be a throw-in. Dembele making good progress. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. This looks promising. And the finish! Well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Sweden restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And this is Dembele. And here's Doué. Showing good feet. Played out wide. And the return pass. Traumeri. Olise is onto this. Olise! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Olise just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
France with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Picked out. Can he finish? Goal! France! And they've got their lead back. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So we have breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Doué. Played out towards the right wing. Lindelof. Now Goodmanson. And it's Doué. And here's Olise. He is through here. Opts to play it back. John, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's got away. He's having a pop. Superb from Gyökeres. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Gyökeres. Now that looks a decent ball. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Dembele. That is good progress on the left. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking to play him in. This is Dembele. He's picked his way. And the shot! Goal! France! Into the lead once more. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France with the lead. Oh, now he can run away with it. Isak. Shot a goal! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And we've reached half-time. France are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
By any measurement, this really has been a remarkable half of football. Despite all the things we witnessed, somehow we're still level. The second half is up and running.
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That's a good run down the left. Hernandez. Goodmanson. Pressing high and with purpose. This is a promising build-up. Can he get it through? Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Driving on and making good progress. And it's made its way to... And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Saliba. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Isak. Goodmanson. Sweden ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. No way through. Looking for the run. Oh, they could be caught out here. Now it's Isak. And that's going wide left. You would think that now would be... He's going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he welcomes it in. Oh, what has happened here? And that was very necessary. Conte. Zaire Emery. He's on it. Can he get away? Takes a shot! Goal! France! And they're back in front! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager is claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That's destined for the flank. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Barcola. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide, and he's managed to get free. And that's been Olise! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Pitches it off him. Bergvall. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. No outsmarting him this time. Barcola. It's a good one he's making out on the left. Oh, that's fabulous. In with the challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He has found a way through. Might be danger. Real chance! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball and they're in.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. So again, we have parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Bergvall. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Bergvall. It's a promising position. Looking for options for movement. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hernandez. Now Barcola. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Isak. Now it's Barcola. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. 4 added minutes on the board. And he's had it nicked away. Barcola.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Bergvall. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. France conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Not the most convincing of passes. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Zaire Emery. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he picked out the run. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Bakola receives it in a good position here. Corner number 2 then. Cherky plays it short. Forced to go back. That's put paid to the danger. Hernandez. Sweden are looking to go forward now. Now it's Sema.
That's going in strongly.
Can he get on the end of this? He's having a shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Sweden have their lead. Bakola scooting forward. Aimed beyond the defence. Sema. Isaac. And here's Thuram. Shapes to shoot. Oh, big chance. And it is promptly followed by the whistle. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. So hostilities have already resumed. They have played themselves to a near standstill. Oh, crossbar! And there's a goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. He won't get any simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, that's changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Saliba has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Searching passes played there. Oh, that was vital. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that pass is less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Mignon claims comfortably. Cherki. Now it's Thuram. Goes looking wide. Nice control. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And he's gone backward here. And he can clear it away. Ball's gone out of play. Lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the referee brings it to a close. France played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leading. A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the... Tries a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Gyökeres distributed tidily. Pass is just off target. And it's Dembele. Showing great feet there. And he's managed to get free. Delivered low. Oh, easy pickings there. Doué. And here's a... Olise! Oh, off the bar. That is lovely. Chouameni. Now it's Doué. He's in a good position here. That's a sharp pass. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Koundé gets a foot in here. Now it's Olise. Olise. He is through here. This looks promising. Takes a shot. Well, there's the clearance.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
So it is still 0-0. He's had a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
France have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's made its way to him. could be on. And he's there to clear it. France very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's worked it through. Well read, and the danger is averted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Goodmanson. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Koundé chooses to go crossfield. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's a pretty loose pass. Olise, given the lift of his goal, aimed beyond the defence. Oh, look at the space here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Dembele. And it's Rabiot. Goodmanson. And Lindelof. Goodmanson. Nicely weighted ball. Spread neatly. He has found a way through. Goodmanson stood his ground strongly.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super find. Goalkeeper's done supremely well to deal with that. That looks to foul. Yep, referee's given it. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. He's found space here. Space for him to turn and look. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Deftly away. That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Some first half thoughts?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
France, a chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And it's Dembele. Oh, can he finish? It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Oh, well played, well played. Rabiot. Now Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, he's played it in low. Goodmanson. Now it's Isak. It's a really well measured ball. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that's going wide left. Dembele venturing down the left. Mbappe. Oh, sweet feet. Cross needs to be good. And that is well cleared. Doué is on to Doué! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He's having a pop! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. France have the chance to go the other way. And this is Dembele. He's in, must be! Goes for a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
That has been slung wide. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, and they have every right to be.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lindelof. Gyökeres. Spread it left. Goodmanson in acres of space. Gets his head on it! Goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Sweden choosing to make the first change. Sweden cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
In with the challenge. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Gyökeres. Doué. And here's Mbappe. And here's Dembele. Oh, nice touch. He's got away. Doué! It's hit the upright. And that really should have been that.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there and it's been blown.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Isak. Always goal side. Nicely aimed pass.
Sweden really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, that's fabulous. Dembele has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Akliouche. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And it's Zaire Emery. Looking for the run. And the finish! And he couldn't finish.
Barcola has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now it's Isak. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Isak. Isak picks it up out wide. And it's been given away. Shapes the shoots! And there's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! That was a given. It always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.